much do home stagers make? Now, you may have wondered, how much does a home stager make? In short, as much as they want. How do I know this? Because I've been a home stager for over 7 years. My very first year in business, I turned over £30,000. And in my second year in business, I scaled my business to turning over 7 figures, which is £1 million plus. Now, of course, all of that didn't go into my pocket, but in today's video, I'm here to share with you the potential earnings you could have in your life, in your business as a home stager. Let's dive in. I'll always remember Googling how much I could make as a home stager when I came up with the business idea. So my mum was involved in property development and she has a property that was on the market for 3 months and it wasn't selling. Now that property was empty. Every viewer that came into that property couldn't visualize how to use the space. I mean, 9 out of 10 people can't actually visualize how to live in a space. So at that point, I realized that actually home staging could be a good idea. I staged the property and it ultimately sold within 3 days above the valuation. At that point, I realized, cha-ching, home staging works. And the person that bought the property bought all of the furniture too. I realized, this could be a great business idea. I'd looked for a company to provide the service and I couldn't find anyone. But I knew with the results we just created that actually other people need this service, especially in the UK. At that time in the UK, the industry was in its infancy, and when I looked for a home stager, there was pretty much no one. There were interior designers who came in way too expensive. So I realized, actually, this is why I'm here. I'm the person that now needs to solve this for others. The thing is, though, when you head straight to Google and start to search for how much does a home stager make, there are pretty much no results. So that's what I'm here to answer in today's video, how much you could earn as a home stager. Let's dive in. Now you may have Googled how much does a home stager make and very few results appeared. And I think that's kind of normal because you could earn, between $1,000 a year all the way to millions. There really is no certain answer. Depends on how hard you're going to work, how skilled you are, a whole host of things. So I want to start by asking you a question. And that question is, how much do you need to make? How much do you desire to make inside your home staging business? Now, I created a really simple formula for you to be able to work this out. I like to call it the monthly survival budget. Now, your monthly survival budget is the amount of money that you need each month to survive. That means that you can pay for your rent or your mortgage. You can pay for your car payments, fuel, gas, food shopping, groceries, everything that you need to survive. Now, this is quite easy to work out if you're currently employed. Basically, how much is it you earn right now and what do you need to replace to ditch that day job and say goodbye to that 9 to 5? Or work it out in all those expenses of, how much do I need in order to keep a roof over my head and to be able to live every day with my family and myself? So that's your monthly survival budget. That is the first thing you're going to work out because that is your shortest term goal. If you're able to replace your 9 to 5 income, if you're able to replace your, outgoings, then you have a business that you can run full time and go all in on. The next thing you need to do, step number 2, is now that you know what your shortest term goal is, you now need to work out, how many properties is it I need to stage per year in order to actually help me replace that income. Now, the easiest way for you to work this out is to look at the average price of a stage in your area. What do I mean by this? I mean, go do your competitor research and work out, first of all, what is the average house size in the area that I'm located within an hour? If you live in a higher end area, It may be larger properties, 3-4 bedroom properties, or it may, if you live in a city, it may be condos, apartments, flats, and you need to work out as an average a 1 or 2 beds. So when you work out the average size of property, I want you to do some market research into what people charge in your area to stage a property of that size. Is it roughly around 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000? Work that out, and that would be for one stage. So once you know that average price, we can then work out, right, how many properties is it that I would need to stage in order to achieve my goals. Now, I do a much more in-depth training on this inside my 7-day Ditch the Day Job challenge. For 7 days, we get together and I help you say goodbye to that 9 to 5 and replace that income with your home staging business. Just go to ditchthedayjob.com. It's linked in the description below. Join me inside that totally free 7-day training. So now that you've worked out what the average stage is of the average size of property, let's say it is $2,000 or pounds. What we then have to do is work out how many times can I rent that one kit? How many £2,000 or dollar stages can I achieve each year? Now, I always recommend renting your kits for 6 weeks at a time. If I put 6 weeks into the full year, 6 weeks divided by 52, or 52 divided by 6, I can rent my kit 8 times in 1 year with a few weeks left over. So what I do now is if I work out I can rent each kit 8 times, and on average, I'll be charging $2,000. What I want to do in that kit, the very first time, I'm just going to cover my cost. So I'm going to remove it and I'm going to rent this 7 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2,000 times 7 because that first kit, all the profit went from that into purchasing it. So now 2,000 times 7 is $14,000 per year. So depending on how much you have to earn per year, take your monthly survival budget, times it by 12. What does that work out? If you need to earn $2,000 a month, which is around about $24,000 per year, and our example of 8 stages was 14,000, you're going to have to do on average about 16 stages per year to earn your full-time salary right now. And guess what? That's only working 16 days per year. 16 stages, 24 hours a stage equals 16 days per year. Now, I know there's other things that you're going to have to do in your business, marketing and admin and talking to clients, but 16 stages per year, 16 days of staging days per year. On average in the UK, I know that the average UK salary is £31,000 per annum. And that's working 261 days a year. This absolutely blows my mind. Now use that exact formula to work out how many stages it is that you need to stage each year. Also though, just a quick thing, I want you to know that it's not 16 clients on that example, it's 16 stages. What's the difference? I work with clients who have multiple properties. My very first big installation was 10 properties all at once. One client gave me 10. Imagine my yearly goal was 16 properties per year. Then in one client, I'm only 6 properties away from my goal. The biggest installation I've ever staged is 169 apartments. My goodness, if my goal was 16, I've just times that by, I don't even know how many times. So it's not 16 clients, it's 16 stages. Once you think of business like that, it becomes a lot easier. If you need 16 stages per year, you could find one client with 16 properties, 2 clients with 8 properties, 4 clients with 4 properties, 3 clients with 5 or 6 properties. The list goes on. So work out who your dream client is and get really specific on that. I'm going to link a training below of working out who my dream client is. And before you go, make sure that you head to ditchthedayjob.com and sign up for a 7-day free challenge. And I will see you there, help you replace your 9 to 5 income by starting a home staging business.